Yo chat, what's up? And welcome back to What of Summers 3, yet again. Okay, so now this is part 1 out of many about my edits. Just getting started, yep. So if you watched my announce and update video, you guys know that a lot of things have been changed again since the update. And if you watched the announce video, I said I'm only going to do the schedules, not the briefings. Well, for part 1, we're going to do the briefings instead because they're part of my edits. This is why for part 1, we're going to start off with the briefings. And we're going to do both the C77 and D78-Stock briefing. And for the rest, part 2 to something, the schedules that are all down here. But as I said, every single route, at least one of them. Because, yeah, most of them have to change weathers and maintenance and stuff if you watch that. Yeah. So for part 1, it is going to be the briefings. So for this one, we're going to do the 4th one. In the briefing, you will learn how to drive a train, how to operate at stations. Passenger Bella will explain everything to you. And as you can see, we selected the 4th one. It is weather snow, 3 maintenance off, and 9 bridge maintenance off as well. Well, since we're now driving Hammersmith to Edgegrowth section in the briefing, it only includes the 9 maintenance. It doesn't include the 3 one, because that one is between Edgegrowth and South Kensington. So you don't drive on this branch, which means it doesn't include that section, that maintenance. So when you select one of those 4, the 9 bridge maintenance goes on. Yeah. But since we're playing one of the first 4, maintenance are off. Yep. And for the D78-Stock, it's going to be the same, the 4th one from down. Yeah, the 4th one from up to down, yeah. Anyways, same thing. In the briefing, you will learn how to drive a train, how to operate at stations. Special Bella will explain everything to you. But since this one is broken, everyone knows that it is way buggier. Yeah, it says, note, this briefing is way buggier. Make sure to get off the train before Bella and that both driver doors are always closed before the events. Yeah, that's what you need to make sure because she might get out on the wrong side or inside, yeah. Especially at the end on Hammersmith before you finish the briefing. And, same like before, weather snow, 3 maintenance off, and 9 bridge maintenance off. Yep, because it is one of the first 4. Anyways, let's select the 4th one, and here we go. Let's get started. And here we are, already at Hammersmith after one farming session, yep. Yeah, if you watched the update video, I updated the briefings. Only the briefings, you fall only once. Yeah, only when you play the snow option. When you play sunshine, cloudy, or rain, you spawn instantly inside the station. You have seen that when I selected the sunshine one. Yeah, but when you play the snow one, you only fall once and then you spawn inside the station. The reason why is because you have seen when it changes to snow, the sky is for some reason clear, like if it is sunshine, but in reality it's not. So what happens is, when you start farming, the weather is snow. But as soon as you spawn in the station, the weather switches back to cloudy, making the sky no longer clear. But for some reason the snow still works. And the reason why in the instructions or briefings you don't fall anymore is because when you do the tasks turning stuff on in the train, yeah, there I made the AI train spawn in while you do the tasks. Yep, this is where it happens. Anyways, let's go. Go to Bella at the back of the station. Yeah, see, this is a new update. It no longer says at the back of Hammersmith, it now says at the back of the station. Simple. Don't get confused. Yep. First person broken since 1.4, obviously, because, yeah, I don't know. Physics got broken since then. Yeah, when you play sunshine, it works, but when you play a cloudy, rain, or snow, it doesn't work. But I think on snow it works when the sky is clear, but I don't know. And as you can see, there she is, waiting for us, the new model I used. Well, I don't mean the girls, I mean the models of the characters, yeah. Anyways, let's go. Hey there, I am Bella, one of the passengers that I've seen every day. Instructor Danny told me that you have passed the C79-Stock briefing some years ago, is that right? Yeah. Nice. Also, I know a lot about trains, and I will show you how to operate the C77-Stock today. We will drive to Edgecore Road, then we'll drive back. You should try and stick to the schedule. Alright, let's get on the train on platform 3 and switch on the taillights. And there we go, she's going, as you can see. And if you watched the update video, I showed you the new pathfinding system that she now has to walk towards the train. As you can see, she still walks the same, but it no longer does that jump when walking towards the train. I'm going to show you that right now. This is what happens right here. As you can see, it no longer does that jump because new pathfinding system. But it still works as expected. Yeah, the reason why it did that jump is because there was a hidden cab right here. A hidden C79-Stock cab. Yep. And this is what I used to make the instructor walk. But now, the cab is no longer here. Now it uses positions to walk. Right here. I made 2 player post positions. One right here and one where the jump happened. Yeah, I made 2 player post positions. One over there and one right here. Called NPC_move_Hammersmith. Where the first one is called like that and the second one has _2 at the end. Yeah, I made 2 player post positions to make the NPC walk. And as you can see, works fine. Anyways, get on the rear car of the train. Press C to switch to dive mode. Yeah, let's get inside and sit down. Take a look at the right console of the train. Hold the shift key and click on the console, which is that. Switch on both taillights. Switch on the taillights, use both of the taillight switches. Note that we have to hold the shift key. Yep, shift right here, and as you can see, the new update I made, the switches no longer disappear when they turn on, they stay. Anyways, let's turn that on. Very good, follow me. Leave the mirror mode via the mouse wheel, press the space key. Use the C key to leave the driver mode, get off the train and go to Bella. Yes, you can see it is still the same. She walks out and waits for you to stand up. And as soon as you press C, it continues. As you can see, let's go to the front of the train, go to the first car and step onto the train. Alright, here we go. Yeah, she has the same walking animation like the very first passenger instructor, which was Isabel. Okay, she's walking to the left. That means we don't need to push her off the train. Yeah, when she walks towards the train, you need to push her away because she might get stuck there. But we don't have to do that because she's walking away from it. Perfectly fine. First person broken, see? Oh yeah, I actually made another small update to that train right here that comes out of the depot right now. Oh my god, she's walking to the left a lot. What the hell? Okay, nice. Yeah, because as you see, I made a small update on that one. Now the destination says Circle Line via Outgate. It is still coming out of the depot and empty. Still the same. But now it has a destination and announcements. And if you watched the update video, I showed you the new announcements. One of them is Hammersmith on the outer rail. Because that one uses Circle Line outer rail DVA. And there we go, as you can see, she's walking back to the right because the entrance is right here. And goes in the cab. Anyways, I'm going to show you the announcement.
This is Hammersmith. District and Piccadilly lines operate from a different station across the road. This is a Circle Line train to Edgware Road via Paddington and Baker Street.
There we go, as you can see, this is the new announcement I made on the outer rail. It says this is Hammersmith. District and Piccadilly lines operate from a different station across the road. This is Circle Line to Edgecore via that and that. Yep, this is one of the few stations. The second one is Edgecore Road. Yeah, only those two. The Edgecore Road on the inner rail. The Edgecore Road bracket start has also a new announcement like Hammersmith on the outer rail. While the Edgecore Road bracket start is the one on the inner rail. Yep, 2 announcements have been revamped. Anyways, let's get in here and sit down again. Switch on the train. By operating the traction breaker to use the up key 1 time. There we go. Switch to the destination light, the headlights and the ventilation. Switch to the right console by using shift and mouse. Switch to destination board lights by operating their switches. Headlights and the ventilation by operating with your keyboard. both at the same time. And then look for the digitized voice announcer. Yeah, L for headlights and V for ventilation, yep. And then look for this one if you did it. Why look at me like that? Did I do something wrong? Nah, it's a player model that makes constantly looks at the left. Yeah, there we go. In this briefing, you will drive the Hammersmith City line. Keep in mind that the passengers want to see the destination you are traveling to. Important to have a destination. Use the crank hand above the front door to select the correct destination. Select Edgecote Road. Left mouse click 17 times. And then take a look at the right console. Well, first of all, I'm going to use this gouge, which is the outside we are made, to check if the destination is correct. And there we go, so you can see Edgecote Road, which is the one we wanted. And now let's look at this console and go back. Do not forget to switch on the heating and the passenger lights. The switches for passenger light and heating can be activated by your keyboard, which is B for heating and N for passenger lights defaulted. Set the selector switch to forward. Push the selector switch to the forward position. You can do this by using the page up key 2 times. Use the page up key to switch in the opposite direction. Now you can set the train in motion. But first release the brake pressure. Yeah, the brake pressure is important for braking the train, obviously. Set the traction brake control to the off and release position. Use the up and down keys. Up key 3 to 7 times. Wait until the brake pressure is risen. 7, 8. Yeah, as I said, it doesn't matter how many times you press it. There's a subway lock that only makes it go into 7. So we're fine. And there we go, the brake pressure is here. Hold the deadman switch by using the tab key. We are ready to go. Let the passengers enter the train. Open the doors to the left by using the F5 key. Well, for me it is not F5, as you can see when I press it. Nothing happens. For me it is left arrow. Look back to see if everything is okay. To look back, you need to open the hidden driver's door. Now you can look outside by using the control key on the side you want to look back. Well, right one doesn't work, it wants us to look out to the left. And by the way, it is still the same that the time is frozen until you look back. And then as soon as you did that, the time will move. There we go, as you can see. If it is okay, wait for departure time, close the doors and go. By the way, when you reach Edgecote, you will be on platform 2. There you have to overshoot the platform. The third door needs to be exactly at the border so I can possibly get out and walk back to the rear cab, alright? I'm saying this because a 6-car train might not fit inside Edgecote. Well, it actually doesn't. Got everything? Alright, we will see. And there we go. Set the traction brake control to one of 2 positions. C as parallel. Up key 2 to 7 times. Well, it's actually 3. But it doesn't matter how many times. You accelerate or brake by using the up-down keys. Note, the shunt position we always keep here at the same speed. Anyways, let's bring the info up. I pressed 3 out at the same time, but we don't need that one because that's only the time. Yeah. Anyways, let's press 2 and program. This, by the way, makes the passengers run inside of a turn, which is what every item does 10 seconds before it departs. Yep. Anyways, let's close the doors. And as you can see, there we go. 10 kilometers an hour is 6 point something miles an hour. This is what the AI train does. Converted into miles per hour, yep. At 15 is 9 point something miles an hour. Yep. Outside view. Here's our train. There's the 2 D78-Stock carriages. You guys know which train that uses. The Hammersmith to Tower Hill one. Yep. Here goes our train. Out of Hammersmith at the circle line behind us right here. Still know how to drive an AI train, bro. Anyways, get back in here and focus on the driving. Is 40 kilometers an hour is 25 point something. Or exactly 25, I don't know. Anyways, here's our first station. Oh, Oh, she almost... 2 of them almost fell off. Anyways, this is how the AI twin stops the train. Perfect. I just slowed down like the AI twin does. The AI twin keeps going back and forth with the traction brake rotor between... anyways, the program. Okay, I think everyone ran in already. But yeah, when they press turn program, they run inside of a train. And off we go again. I did cancel again. Yeah, every time I need to hit cancel again when I depart. Yeah, when the AI twin slows down the train, it keeps going between 2 positions. Parallel and rear static minimum. Those 2 positions. Back and forth until it stops perfectly. And this is how I do it as well. And it sounds so funny with my keyboard, bro. Here we go again. Yeah, this sounds so funny, bro. There's this Isabel, and there's the old instructor passenger. Perfect. And press 2 and program because it is 10 seconds before the departure. And there we go, so you can see they're running. And off we go. And the sound disappeared. What the hell? Nice. 1000 meters to the next signal. "49 kilometers an hour is 29 point something miles per hour. Anyways, outside view. Here's our entire train. I can still see Bella in here, bro. That's crazy. Awesome. Cloudy sky when it's snowing. That's how I wanted it to be. That was amazing. And back in here and watch a train drive. And yeah, if you wondered why the signal is red for this long, this is the answer. Because there's no signals between 2 stations. This is why the signal is red until I depart from Wood Lane. Same on the inner rail. And same between Wood Lane and Latimer Road, no signals between the stations. And same between Notting Hill Gate and Bayswater, there's no signals. This is why it is red for this long. Because you need to wait for the train to depart at the next station. Yep, simple answer. Here we go again. Nice. Okay. 2. Program. Run, guys. There we go. They're running. See? And no more. Bro, how the sound disappears. The outside sound. Yeah, this is, it happens. When you go inside, the outside sound disappears. Or they just reload. And the acceleration sound just disappears. Same when you go from inside to outside when you depart. The inside sound disappears and doesn't play again. Because it isn't a loop sound. Simple. Yeah, the schedule is 18 minutes long to Edgecombe Road. Here we go again. Perfect. I'm going to close 15. Yeah, when the AI train is past the departure time, it waits 10 seconds and then it shuts the doors again. Like this. 10 seconds and then it continues. When the AI train is past the departure time. When it's before the departure time, it waits. And when it's after, it waits 10 seconds, then shuts the doors. Simple. Ladbroke Grove. Okay, every time when we reach Ladbroke Grove, I'm going to use the passenger view to stop the train. I'm going to make the anchor like this and slow down the train. Okay, here we go. Perfect, bro. The best driver you have seen in this game. Alright, now we have some time. Yeah, now we are before the departure time, which means we have to wait. This is what the AI train does. When I play this game, I mimic the AI train. Why not? Passenger view is awesome, I know. Oh yeah, the passenger view is, by the way, exactly at the middle of the carriage. This is exactly the middle where the passenger view is. Yeah. Anyways, this is how the stop looks. Exactly in the middle, yeah. Anyways, get back in this view. And I don't need to press program anyways because there's none, I know that. And off we go. There we go. And back in here. Yeah, this is an update I made on my edits. It's no longer 49 speed limit downhill. It is now 40. Same on the inner rail. Yep. Anyways, for Westport Park, we're going to use the outside view stop. Right, here we go. That was the old passenger instructor again on my platform. Did you see that? Nice, bro. Okay, I'm going to close 15. Yeah, I know now I wait 12 seconds because I'm only going to shut the doors on 0 or 5 at the end of the second, yeah. And here we go, 5, and I close it. That's crazy, you can hear the doors until here. That's crazy. "30 kilometers an hour is 18 point something miles an hour. Yeah. Anyways, back in here. Whistle. Okay, for the whistle sign, I'm always going to do that whistle. Bro. Funny, I know. Oh yeah, if you watch my update video, now when you press X, the game no longer crashes, as you can see. If you remember, every time when you pressed X, the game crashed. It no longer does that. That's why it doesn't say crash anymore when you click the C77-D78 section. Yeah. The game no longer crashes when you turn on the heating or wipers. Yep, this is fixed now. In the latest update I made. It no longer crashes. The reason why it crashed on wipers is because left cockpit sound was missing in the prefab. And the reason why it crashed on heating is because right cockpit sound 2 was missing in the prefab. And I added those now and it no longer crashes the game. Simple. Anyways, I'm going now going to hit 2 and program. There we go, 2 and program as soon as I reach the station. Now they will run when I open the doors. Perfect. I'm going to close 20. I mean 0 at the end. Perfect, stop. And no more. sound didn't disappear, see? Because I went in before I started accelerating. The acceleration sound didn't disappear. Speed limit 49, as you can see. Now in the update, on the inner rail it's also the same speed limit. Because in the latest update I did, I fixed the speed limits on most tracks, which means they are mostly the same. Not on all tracks, but on the most tracks they share the same speed limit. For example here, between Royal Oak and Paddington it is 49 on both inner and outer. Before the update it was only on the outer. Now it is on both. 30, see this is the speed that we do, and another whistle sign. Okay, here we go, Paddington. I'm amazing at this game, I know. Perfect stop, chat. Oh, what the? Yeah, there we go. See? Perfect stop. And it was the 2 program. Okay, nobody's getting in anyways, but yeah. I pressed it anyways. And off we go. And hit cancel right after I depart. And now here comes the slow tunnel that everyone knows. Which is 25 miles per hour and a 15 point something miles per hour. Oh, what? Tunnel lights are... Okay, tunnel lights are on. Wait, what? Okay. Oh my god, look at the lights. Yeah, if you're wondering why the lights look like this, is because I turned on HDR. I set HDR to true in the settings.xml, where you change full screen to false. And I changed that to true, and this is what the lights look like now. Because high dynamic ranges now. I'm going to show you the headlights. Watch this. This is what the headlights look like. Watch this, bro. Yeah, it makes the lights go crazy. Look at the speed limit sign. Bro. Amazing, I know. Oh yeah, by the way, you guys know that signal right now that is approaching. This used to be the worst signal, because you had a chance that the train from the other side passes the station, and then you just fail because that signal goes red when the train on the other side passes the signal. But in my edits, this is no longer the case. When you pass the repeater before that signal on this side from Hammersmith, the signal on the other side already goes red. But on the other side, it is still the worst signal, because when you pass the repeater, nothing happens. That signal is still green. But on this side, it is no longer the worst signal in the game. Yep, this is now fixed. There we go, the switch just changed, I saw it, because we're on platform 2. Oh yeah, see? There's 2 signs. There's a white one and a black one. The white one says 25 and the black one 15. The white one is the speed limit that's allowed, and the black one is the recommended speed limit. This is what we do, 15. And here we go, here's Edgecombe Road. There's the circle line. Yeah, I fixed the spawn point, by the way, when the circle line spawns on platform 3. As you can see, it now spawns normally at the station. It no longer spawns after the station, yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go into the passenger view now and stop the third door exactly at the border. This is what we have to do. I'm now using one hand to slow down the train. Here's the border. Watch this, chat. Here's the border. That would do. There we go, that's perfect. Okay. Alright. Switch off the train by setting the traction brake control to emergency. Down key 10 times. Should be 10 times. Now set the selector switch to off. Page down key 2 times. And the traction brake control to shut down. Down key 1 time. But I'm going to do that in 3 minutes because When the AI train reaches the final station and the departure schedule is passed, it despawns after 1 minute and 30 seconds. And this is what we're gonna do. So let's walk around a little bit. Broken first person, dude. Anyways, here's the third door, and as you can see, it is exactly at the border. Perfect. Yeah, see? Okay, turn lights are on. They're normally off when you start the game, but for some reason they were on. What the hell? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna see if the circle line is coming. The one that drove out of the depot, because that's the one that was 2 minutes behind you. First person doesn't work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Crazy. Train approaching backwards up here. There's the circle line. See, that's the one that was behind you by 2 minutes, aka the train that came out of the depot. It is exactly this one. It just came from Hammersmith and now it's going to do the circle until... yeah. Look how many passengers.
This is Edgware Road.
Announcement works.
Change here for other Circle Line services in the direction of High Street, Kensington, from platform 2, and for the District Line.
It's the lady in red, okay.
This is a Circle Line
The
train
lady in
to
yellow.
Edgware Road,
There's another one.
Baker Street and King's Cross at Pancras.
I love how you can walk around the train and look at the passengers, bro. The lady in yellow and the lady in red twice. What the hell? Okay. Ha! This is how you can get in an AI train cab. You just run like this, exactly at the wall, and then you can make it. Yeah, that one departs 58, I think. When it's 58, we know that this one is departing. Yeah, see, when the AI train waits for the departure time, it just sits here with open doors. And then when it reaches the departure time, it closes, which is what we did as well. Yeah, see, I stopped a little bit further. But yeah, the AI trains always stop at the middle at the platform, which means... Okay, this is how it stops. You can slightly get through there, but it's hard. There we go, it's 58. This one has to do the circle. So you can see that was the one that was behind you. And that one departs 59. Anyways, get back in here. Check the time. C58 is what I said. And here we go. Let's turn off the train in 2 seconds. Here we go. Switch off everything. Don't forget to switch on the taillights. Switch off the destination board light by operating the switches. Right here. At the headlights and the ventilation by operating with your keyboard. Switch on the taillights. Okay, let's go to the other end of the train. And as you can see, new pathfinding system. She still walks out straight, not left or right. And uses player pose, which is one here and the second one here. That's it. And now she walks towards the cab. Go to the first car, step into the train. There goes the circle line, 59. Oh my god, I have to push her away. She's walking towards the train. And that will do. Yeah, that's good. I don't think I need to push her anymore. There's Hammersmith City line. Departing 1. I forgot when we depart because I haven't played this in ages again. I mostly played this in December, I don't know why. I feel like it playing it in December. Oh, I need to push her off again, hold on. There we go. Yeah, when there's the old one. And this is the new one right here, in front of us. Yeah, that would do. Yep, that's enough, I don't need to push her off anymore. Yeah, when she gets towards the train, she might get stuck. With a low chance. Or a high chance. I don't know what the chances are. Look at that ass. Bro. Stop being weird. There we go. So you can see she gets in. Walk to the other end of the train and enter. Here we go. First of all, switch off the taillights and switch on everything you need. Switch off taillights. Those two. Switch on the train operator to the traction breaker to up key 1 time. There you go. Switch on destination board lights by operating the switches. This one. Headlights and the ventilation by operating with your keyboard. L and V. And then look for the digitized voice announcer. Select the correct destination. Select Hammersmith via Shepherd's Bush. Left mouse click 5 times. Same ankle, by the way. And now let's check here. Oh, there goes Hammersmith City line. 1. I think it's 1 now. Yeah, it is. Departed 1. Okay, we can't see. Hold on. I have to check it like this. There we go. Hammersmith via Shepherd's Bush is what we wanted. And then take a look at the right console. Switch on the passenger lights and the heating by operating with your keyboard. Well, passenger lights is already on, so we only need to press B for heating. Push the selector switch to the 4 position. Page up key 2 times. Set the traction brake control to the off and release position. Up key 3 to 7 times. Wait till the brake pressure has risen. Okay, that should be enough. Bro, there's a circle line. Hold the damage switch by using the tab key. Well done, it was not even that hard, right? Now wait for departure time once again and then drive your schedule back to Hammersmith. Good luck. There's a circle line next to us. And that's what works. Alright, watch this shit. And that's what works. Yeah, the reason why it works is because your camera is closer to that train. Yeah, the reason why the Hammersmith City line was waiting here is because this train is terminating. It came from the circle. This is why the Hammersmith City line has to wait. Well, actually, this repeater on that side does something. It changes this signal already red if the junction is right, the switch. And that was the case. The Hammersmith City line had to wait for this train to arrive because that one came from the circle. Wait, hold on. 3, okay, we depart 6, okay. Ha! Okay, this is how I'm supposed to stop. Okay, I have to remember that because next video we play the circle line. Part 2, I think. Yeah, I need to remember the stop. And there we go, we're back on our train. This is a shortcut. Here's a train that terminates. Yeah, when the train terminates, the train presses 3 on the DVA, which makes the passengers get off and not get on anymore. Yeah. Anyways, let's press stop. And off and release, parallel, off and release, parallel, just to make sure I didn't lose my brake pressure. Yeah, that one departs 4, I think. Yeah, it does. That means the train is ahead of us by 2 minutes. There it goes, as you can see. There's another circle line. The one from Hammersmith. And now it needs to wait for this one to despawn. Imagine if there was an outside view and then you could make the outside view like this if this was your train. But it isn't. And there we go, so you can see that one despawned 4:30 because the departure schedule was 3. 6:03. And now the train can go. Okay, there's no more trains, I think, on the other side. So it's now on the outer rail only. Okay, watch this. Oh my god, look how many people there are. That's crazy. And that's what works. As you can see, they're not getting off because it is still going. Yeah, the reason why the announcement works is because your camera is closer to that train, which means if my camera is in my train, the announcement doesn't work at all. But when it's closer to that train, it works. I don't know why, but it is like this. I don't know. Still red because the circle line is on the way, I think. I think we have the same departure time. Anyways, hit program. And watch this chat. Same departure time. What the hell? I knew it. Same departure time, bro. What the hell? Okay. Here we go. There's Hamster City line. Yeah, it has to wait for me because only in the briefings the Hamster City line goes on platform 2. Okay, signal's green. Next one is a red because the circle line is ahead of us. And there we go, the Hamster City line can go now. Yeah, only in the briefings the Hamster City line goes on platform 2. In the routes on platform 3. Because on platform 2 is the district line platform. That's why. Yeah, this is where you get delays. You can't even make that in 2 minutes of driving this slow. Amazing. Did you actually know this tunnel goes uphill before Paddington? And downhill when you go inside the tunnel from Paddington to Edgecombe Road. Yeah, this one actually goes uphill right here. This is where it starts. Do you see that? Here we go, this is where it starts. Now we're going uphill. Check this out. Patch review? Yeah, see, we're going uphill. That's crazy. This tunnel goes uphill. And downhill. Yeah, from Royal Oak to Paddington, you go uphill. Paddington is just uphill. And then you go downhill again. Towards Edgecourt and Royal Oak. That's crazy. And from Hammersmith to Gotthard Road, you go uphill. And from Network Grove to Westmont Park, you go downhill again. Yeah. We're still going uphill. Oh, no we're not. Now we're going straight again. Yep, we're going straight again. And there we go. We were supposed to depart 15 seconds ago, but we didn't even make it yet. Because it's a slow tunnel. Stupid, I know. Now here we go. Now I can do the thing again. Press 2 and program. 2, program. As soon as it disappears from the route monitor, you can press. Ah, perfect stop. Okay, I'm going to close 5. Let's see if anyone can... Bro, what the hell? So many people are getting off, bro. And now they're stuck getting in. What the hell? Well, I don't care because I departed anyways. Lol. Cancel again. Still 25, but... Watch this. 49. As I said, it was 40 before, now it's 49 on both tracks. There we go. 29 point something miles is what it is. The schedule to Hammersmith takes 16 minutes. Oh, red. Oh yeah, because the Circle Line is on the way to Western Park right now, probably. And there's another train on the other side, which is... Yeah, the Circle Line, I think. I see it on the destination. Bro, it's departing this quick, see? Okay, I'm going to close 35. Perfect. Okay, everyone got on already. The sound just disappears, bro. It sounds so weird on the ears when you wear a headset. And when you wear headphones, I mean. There we go. Whistle. There's House of 79. Yep. And here's the whistle sign. Bro. Oh. I pressed the wrong key. Into the tunnel. Yeah, there's a small tunnel. Because of the overground trains, the track above. Oh my god. Yeah, when I just made it that shot keeps at the same speed. I just sit here and watch the train drive. That's what I do. When the speed limit doesn't change for a while. And going back up. Anyways, Westport Park means outside camera stop. There we go. Camera position is set. And now I just need to slow the train without pressing turn program. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Okay, closing 35. Yeah, you can hear the doors, bro. Amazing. Off we go. Bella's standing in here. Here's another whistle sign, by the way. Alright, here we go. Amazing. Funny. Okay. Ledbrook Grove means passenger view stop. Our camera is set and here we go. Nice. Okay, 45 is when I'm closing the doors. Wait, what? I was on serial. Stupid. And back in here. Oh, red. Wait, what? The circle line is wood lane. Okay. I think. What the hell was that lag, bro? That messed up my braking. Okay, green. Amazing. And there we go, we just catch up the delay. Easy. Okay. And boom. I think everyone already got on. Easy. Yeah, this signal's going to stay red for a while because you guys know no signals between the stations. We need to wait for the circle line to depart from Shepherd's Bush and then it would switch green. Stupid, I know. Yeah, I think it's still on the way to Shepherd's Bush right now. It sure is. So now we have to wait probably until it switches screen. Amazing. Off and release because the signal is red, and I'm going to close 20. There's a train coming on the other side. I don't know which one it is. And oh, no more. There we go. And now we need to wait for the signal. Circle line, okay. There we go. It's gone to green. That was a quick reacting. 1,100 meters, bro. Amazing. And there we go, 49. Already gone green, crazy. Here's the camera again. Amazing. Hammersmith via Shepherd's Bush because we had a Hammersmith City line. That one uses that destination. And back inside. And here's the third and last whistle sign on the route. Amazing. Yeah, if you're wondering why the tracks look different, it's because it has two tracks for some reason. One is 031 underscore outside underscore 1 underscore track, and the second one is 031 underscore outside underscore 2 underscore track. 1 and 2. 1 on the outer rail, 2 on the inner rail. This is why they look different, because it has two tracks for some reason. I don't know why, but it's just like this. It has two tracks. And there we go, there's another track switching. The braking is amazing, I know. Cl 30s when I'm closing it. 3 seconds to run inside. And done. The sun disappeared again. What the hell? Goldhoff Road. The last station before Hammersmith. Alright, here we are. I'm going to close 30 again. Same like on Shepherd's Bush. Run, guys! I don't care, because I'm shutting the doors now. And here we go. Okay, we got a red. Oh yeah, because I was sitting and is still at Hammersmith. Oh no, it's... Okay, it's departing. Okay, we got a red. Oh, it actually went outside Hammersmith right now. That's crazy. And there we go. Now we wait until it leaves the track ahead of us. And then... There we go. It's gone to green. Because it just left the track. .something miles. And that's how we drive down. Amazing, I know. Look at this. That's how we drive down I go gone to green. There's the D-Stock carriages again that we saw earlier. Anyways, get back in here. There's a circle line that was in front of us, as you can see. Because we are the Hammersmith City line, the signal switched to green because the Hammersmith City line platform is empty. If we were the circle line, the signal would have stayed red. But it's not. And here we are. And then when the spin limit changes, the AI train goes to off and release when it's above the recommended speed limit. And then when it reaches it again, it keeps going back and forth between off and release. Oh, what the? Okay, normally in my edits, the train despawns and then respawns again. But this time the train spawned before it despawned. What the hell? Okay. Oh, there we go. It just despawned. That's the new one. Nice. Alright, here we go. Traction brake control to emergency. Select the switch to off. And then when it hits 23 and 30, 1 minute and 30 seconds after the departure schedule, I'm going to turn it off. Let's walk around again. There's the passengers that we had. Look how stupid they are, bro. Yeah, it happens on platform 3. They just walk straight for some reason. Oh my god, one is stuck in the bench and... What the hell? Oh, there we go. Yeah, when they're stuck for about 5 seconds, they just despawn. That's what happens. There's Isabel, she also got stuck. And disappeared. There's a train that was ahead of us, the circle line. Here's our train. Always check the time, okay. I don't know when that one departs, to be honest. I have no idea. And she made it. She was stuck, I saw it, and she still made it, didn't despawn. Amazing. Amazing stop, this is how it actually stops. There we go. Perfect stop. Did you actually know when you turn off the train and you get the goodbye message, the time actually freezes? I'm going to show you that while we read the goodbye. Anyways, let's turn off the train and watch. Perfect, you have completed your second training. Well, I hope I was able to explain everything about the C77-Stock here. We still have one more instruction ahead, we will talk about it at a later time. Anyways, I will see you again in the next briefing. See ya. And there we go, she walks off. And again, the new pathfinding system she uses. Player posts instead of cabins. And as you can see, walks normally, like a normal passenger. And as you can see, the time is frozen, it no longer moves. Which means that circle line is also not gonna depart. And there we go, she walks. So now you need to wait until she reaches the spawn point, where she spawned, and then it's going to be over, the mission. And there we go, just as I said, she reached the spawn point, and now it's over. Congratulations, you have successfully completed the mission. As you can see, it still works after the update. I haven't tested it, by the way, this is why I'm testing it, playing through my edits, yeah. Anyways, let's go on to the D78-Stock instruction briefing. Here we go, chat. And here we are back at Hammersmith, again after one farming session. Yep, because first it changes to snow and then straight when you spawn in Hammersmith to cloudy. As you can see, works the snow. Anyways, get on the train and open the doors on the left by using the F5 key. Yeah, if you watch my update, you now spawn here on platform 1. The reason why is, I showed you it, because Bella already spawns in at the same time you do. And this is why you spawn over here right now. I'm going to show you it now. So now I walk back to there where she spawns. As you can see, there she is. But you can't interact with her yet. As you can see, she's just sitting here. Because You don't have the task yet to go to her. This is why first you need to open the doors on your train. And yeah, you can actually get on the train like this as well. It is actually way easier. Watch this. There we go, first try. I don't even have to glitch through walls. You could just walk towards the train and somehow end up inside. Yeah. Anyways, let's press left arrow because that's the key to open the doors to the left and sit down. And there we go, so you can see. Yeah, before you sit down, everything you press gets executed at the same time. Which means if I press every single keys that turns on lights and stuff, they would have also got on, but we don't need to do that yet. It only says the doors. And now as you can see, it says go to Bella at the back of the station. Now we can interact with her. Yeah, the reason why you need to open the doors is because you guys know you can't walk through the driver door on the D78 cab. And even doesn't fit inside most platforms. As you can see, Hammersmith is one of them, where the driver door at the front carriage and at the back carriage doesn't fit inside the station. This is why I made the entrance for the NPC at the first door. Yep. And anyways, let's go to Bella, because now we have the task. As you can see, it works. Hey, there, here we are again. Remember the C77-Stock briefing that I've done with me, yeah? Well, since I've done it, I'm finally going to show you how to operate the famous C78-Stock today. We dive to HQ once again and back, everything like last time. Alright, let's get on our train at platform 2 and get started. And there we go, so you can see she's walking. New Pathfind. Same thing, get on the rear car of the train, press C to switch travel mode. And this is where the jump happened, by the way, right here. As you can see, it didn't happen again, because new pathfinding system. Again, uses 2-player plus. And as you can see, she walks in at the first door, and then towards your cab, and dies when she gets in here. Psych! She does not die. She just stands at the door, because you have already seen it. You can't stand inside the D-Stock cab, because you can fall off. Same for the NPCs, and this is why this briefing is buggier, because she can fall off and never come back again, and then you need to restart. So this is why every single time when you're about to get off the train with Bella, you need to get out first before her, and then it will work. I'm going to show you that. I already showed you it about 6-7 times, I don't know, since it came out, and then yeah, you've seen it. Anyways, let's sit down. Take a look at the right console of the train. Hold the shift key and click on the console. Oh yeah, by the way, the D-Stock entrance is right here, because you can't send it the cab. I made it right here. Anyways, let's click on this. Switch on both taillights. And now I'm ahead of her, in front of her, I mean. Switch on the taillights. Use a taillight switch. Note that you have to Note that you will have to hold the shift key. There we go, turn it on. As you can see, the new update, the switches are now here, because I didn't know what switches those do, because I've never seen this console. This is why I made the switches now here, because I don't know where the taillight and destination switch on this console are. Yeah. As you can see, same thing, it doesn't disappear, it just turns down a bit. Yeah. As you can see it clearly turning it on. Anyways, first let's check the taillights before we continue, because that's what you normally have to do when you turn on the taillights. As you can see, they are both on. Yeah, every single time when you, in real life even, the drivers always check if the taillights are perfectly on. You need to make sure. Yeah. Anyway, so then look for the digitized voice announcer, and because you're about to get out, press C right after. And there we go, so you can see, very good. Follow me, gets out, and as you can see, she's still here. By the way, you can bypass this if you want closely here. You don't trigger the next part. It's actually possible right here. Alright. Here we go. Leave the wheel mode with the whilst you press the space key. Already done that. Use the C key to leave the drive mode. Already done that. Get off the train. Already done that. And go to Bella. Here we go. Let's go to the front of the train. Go to the first car and step onto the train. Alright, let's see how she walks. Okay, she's walking towards it. Need to push her away, because she could get stuck. Yeah, should work, I think. Yeah, she's walking to the left. If we were on platform 3, I wouldn't have pushed her off because I didn't need to. But this should work. If she gets closer, I'm going to make sure that she doesn't get stuck. Because this is stupid, because the position where she walks in is so far away that she walks left or right a bit. But this time she walks left again, like on the previous briefing. Anyways, I'm going to push her off again. There we go, it should be enough. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, now we just walk. And yeah, if you watched my update video, the D-Stock has now different engine sounds when you drive. Yeah, only the D-Stock. The C-Stocks you heard when we played the C77-Stock briefing still has the same engine sound. But the D-Stock now has a different engine sound when you drive. Yeah, I updated this in the latest update. Only on the D-Stock. The C-Stocks still have the same sound. Yep. Simple explained. Look at that ass. Bro. And there we go, as you can see. Walks in at the first door and does not die. Yep, as I said. Yeah, there, as you can see, it is the same at the back. The driver door is not at the platform, because you guys know that the D-Stock carriages are way longer. As you can see, 6-car D-Stock versus 6-car C-Stock. See how long this train is. It fits the entire platform. Unlike this one. Yeah. And yeah, this is by the way the same time. You drive the same time like on the previous briefing, but this time you're the circle and that came out of the depot. Anyways, let's sit down again here. Switch on the train. By operating the traction brake control, use the up key one time. Switch to the destination light, the headlights and the ventilation. Switch to the right console by using shift and mouse. Switch to destination board lights by operating the switches. It is this left one, next to the taillight. There we go, as you can see, it gives us a hint if it's on or off. When it goes down, it's on, when it goes up, it's off. There we go. Headlights and the ventilation by operating with your keyboard. Same time, L for headlights, V for the ventilation. Yeah, now you have ventilation and heating in the D-Stock. Because I fixed that crash in the update video if you watched it. When you turn on wipers, as you can see, it doesn't crash. And when you turn on heating, can't do it yet. It also doesn't crash anymore. This is why it doesn't say anymore that it's crashing. Yeah. And then, look for the digitized voice announcer. In this briefing, you will drive the circle line. Keep in mind that the passengers want to see the destination you are traveling to. There we go. Use the crank header above the right console to select the correct destination. Yeah, the right console is because that was up here already one, and I couldn't remove it because for some reason it's on a model that the D-Stock uses, and this is why I made the real one that you switch right here next to the taillight switch and destination switch. Yeah. Select circle line via alt gate, left mouse click 11 times. As you can see, it triggers automatically. Do not forget to switch to the heating and passenger light. See, now you have heating as well, like the ventilation. The switches for passenger light and heating can be activated by your keyboard. B for heating, L for passenger lights. Set the selector switch to forward. Push the selector switch to the forward position. You can do this by using the page up key 2 times. Use the page up key to switch to the opposite direction. Now you can set the train in motion. But first release the brake pressure. Look how she's standing next to me and every time looking at me when she says something. Set the traction brake control to the off and release position. Use the up and down keys. Up key 3 to 7 times. Wait until the brake pressure is risen. Okay, should be enough. It doesn't matter, it only goes on to 7 because the subway lock is coded like that. Subway lock 9, I think, I don't know. And there we go, brake pressure's here as you can see. It only goes on to off and release. Hold the deadman switch by using the tab key. You will now drive part of the schedule yourself. Start programming the automatic announcements. Because with the circle line, you have announcements. Look for the digitized voice announcer. It is to the left above the driver's seat right here. Bro, I think the announcement thingy wasn't up here in the D78-Stock cab, but for some reason it is up here. I don't think the D78-Stock had the announcement up here. I think it was in the middle. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, but I could be wrong. Anyways, let's click on it. The announcements, click on the program key. And there we go, you have to do this in one go, because I couldn't code this. User keys 2 and 8 on the DVA to select the route circle line outer rail, 2 times 8 key. And confirm with enter, circle line outer rail. Select Hammersmith as the departing station and confirm with enter. Yeah, this, as you can see, it says nothing because you are already on Hammersmith, you just need to hit enter. Now select Edgecombe Road brackets no end as arrival station, 9 times 8 key. Easy to count. And confirm with enter. Press enter to finalize the programming.
This is Hammersmith. District and Piccadilly lines operate from a different station across the road. This is a Circle Line train to Edgware Road via Paddington and Baker Street.
There we go, the new announcement I made in the update. And as you can see, she just said, while the announcement was playing, well done so far, look back to see if everything is okay. And now it says, to look back you need to open the hidden driver's door. Now you can look outside by using the control key on the side you want to look back. Anyways, only the right one is open, because when I open the left one, as you can see, this time it doesn't trigger on the left, it triggers on the right. If it is okay, wait for departure time, close the doors and go. Also, do you remember how you have stopped the train in the previous briefing at Edgecombe Road? Yeah. Good, you will be on platform 2 again and you have to overshoot the platform again, but this time the second door of your second carriage needs to be exactly at the border so I can possibly get out and walk back to the rear cab, alright? I'm saying this because you have a 6-car train that is way longer than the 6-car C69 and 6-car C77-Stocks out there. Keep in mind that the train does not fit into the platforms at most stations. Anyways, if I got everything what I said this time, alright, I hope you do not mess up, I pray for you. Very long text, I know. Yeah, this train is way longer because these two carriages are longer in general. Anyways, get the display up. Set the traction brake control to one of 2 positions. Use power up key 2 to 7 times to accelerate the brake bases up down keys. Note the shunt position, we always keep at the same speed. As you can see, it is the same time. And since the Hammersmith City line is next to us that we drove, as you can see, 39 departure. That one is now going to be 2 minutes ahead of us on the Edgecombe Road. As you can see, it does 6 point something. There we go, signal's gone red on all platforms. And there we go, now it's doing 9 point something because the speed limit is 15 kilometers an hour. Yeah, see, there's already passengers inside. They just spawn in when the doors are closed while the train is driving. It just happens. There were no passengers at all, and then when the doors close, they just spawn in the AI train for some reason, bro. Only when it's closed. When it's open, they don't spawn. When it's closed, they do, when the carriage is far away. Yeah. Anyways, hit top. And... oh, it shows me the next signal. Off and release the power light just in case if I lost some brake pressure. There we go. Signal's red. It doesn't show me that one for some reason. Because I passed it probably. There we go, it's gone green. I can see the next signal, bro. It's still red. But it should switch green soon. Yeah, there we go, it switched to green. Because the train left the area to the next signal. Okay, let's close the right driver door. There we go. We always need to make sure that both are closed. See, now I have the left one open. Now I close it. As you can see, now I can't press control anymore. So when you have announcements, you only press 2. And they will already run. When you have announcements, you just press 2. When you have none, you press program as well for some reason. Anyways, here we go. And there we go, we're going. And here's the new sound, as you can hear. Yep. There we go, it's already 15, which is 9 point something, as I said. Amazing, I know. Here's our train. Here's 2 diesel carriages again, that the one to Tower Hill uses. Look how long our train is, bro. There, the last carriage already left the platform just right now. And the train already departed from Gotovgrad, there, one ahead of us. Yep. Amazing long train. Anyways, get back in here. It sounds great, I know.
The next station is Goldhawk Road.
There we go, so you can see the announcement works. And the instructions it clearly tells you how many times to press 2 and 8 to get the right announcements. Here we go, first station. I'm amazing at this game, I know. There we go, this is a stop. See, the first door after the station, bro. Anyways, hit program. I mean 2. Yeah, when you have announcements, you just press 2. When you have none, press 2 and program to make them run. And when you hit cancel again, they stop run. That's crazy, I know. Anyways, off you go. Close the driver door. Okay, both are closed. Okay, I see a red at the end of the platform. Yeah. Because the train ahead of us is probably still on the way to Wood Lane, or reaching Wood Lane right now, I don't know. So now this is a sneaky stop with the 6-car D-Stock. Ha! I can see the next signal. Anyways, go to power, off and release. And departure time kicked in. And there we go, now we wait for the signal to go green. Okay, the train departed from Wood Lane. I need to watch a signal like this. I was probably close to switching it red. There we go. Yeah, that was close. Because when the signal is red and the train tries to switch the signal red, this is what pops up. You have gone past the red signal. Exactly at the moment where your train tries to switch the signal red. Is where it happens. Yep, this is why you fail the game. Because the signal is red and the train tries to switch the signal red. This is why you fail. Here's a train. Look how long it is, bro. Amazing, I know. I can see the sun. Crazy. Amazing long train. Anyways, get back in here. The engine, yeah, see, it is now a new sound. Well, the old one was actually engine high loop 5. That one is 4.
The next station is Wood Lane.
In the sound file, in the sound folder. In the sound folder, yeah, it is 4, not 5. Okay, I'm gonna close 20. There we go, so you can see the running. Close the driver door. There we go. Latimer Road. We couldn't even depart on time in Wood Lane, bro. Because when I was about to pass the border, the departure time was up. But I didn't even open my doors yet.
Station is Latimer Road.
And as you can see, the announcement works as it should. Alright, here we are. The lady in yellow.
This
35
Latimer Road.
is when I'm closing it.
This is a Circle Line train to Edgware Road via Paddington and Baker Street.
The fact houses keep looking at me, bro. I'm just gonna make the camera angle normal. Driver doors are closed, perfect. Yeah, F7 is for left and F8 for right.
The next station is Ladbroke Grove.
Ladbroke Grove, passenger view stop. Here we go. Going to make the camera like this. And here we go.
This is Ladbroke Grove.
Bro.
This is a Circle Line train to Edgware Road via Paddington and Baker Street.
Anyways, this is a stop. Yeah, this is one of the few platforms where the entire train fits in the station. Okay, there's none. This is those that got out. And here we go, passenger view again. I press 2. Yeah, the entire train fits in this platform. This is one of many where it does. And off we go again. Okay, back in here.
Next station is Westbourne Park.
Westbourne Park, outside view stop. Here we go. Ankle set, and let's stop the train. Oh, red, okay. Okay, it's gone to green. I'm going to close 10. That's crazy, you can't hear the doors at all because it's one-sided, it is quieter. And because it is 2 doors, they both play at the same time. Left and the right one. This is why it is loud on the C-Stocks. Yep. Anyways, what's the sign? Okay, signal's gone green because the train departed from Royal Oak ahead of us. 52 is when it departs from Paddington. Yeah. Yeah, this engine high loop 4 is the sound. The old one was 5 at the end. Yeah. And now I'm using 4.
The next station is Royal Oak.
Perfect, Royal Oak. And now as soon as I reach the station, I'm going to press 2. Boom! As soon as it departs, disappears from the route monitor, you can press it. Nice one. Going to close 15.
This is a Circle Line train to Edgware Road via Paddington and Baker's.
Look how broken this stop is, bro. The first 2 doors after the platform. Yeah, because the train is way too long. Close it. Oh, the left one is open. There we go, it's closed now. Okay, signal should go green soon because the train also oh, there we go. Just as I said. The train departed from Paddington. Nice. D-Stock having a different sound. How great is that? Dirty is what we do. See, the black one is recommended and the white one is the one that's allowed.
The next station is Paddington. Change for the Bakerloo line and
Okay.
National Rail Services.
I'm a great driver in this game, I know.
Here for the Bakerloo line and National Rail Services. This is a Circle Line train to Edgware Road via Baker's.
Okay, signal's gone green.
Cross and Pancras.
Yeah, watch this stop, by the way. This is what it looks like. First door after the platform. Wait. There we go. Tab is not pressed. And off we go. 54, nice one. Both driver doors are closed, perfect. And here we go into the tunnel again. It is, by the way, the only time. Tunnel lights are on, nice. Yeah, now we're going downhill soon. Look at the lights, because I enabled HDR, yeah. Okay, signal's red. Same on the other side. When this one goes green, on the other side, yeah, there we go. On the other side, it's now also green. But there's a repeater before that signal. When you pass that one, on the other side, it will go red already. Only on this side. Yeah. See, there's the repeater, that repeater signal. It's not shown on the route monitor, but this is a repeater. Showing if the next one is red or green. And now I passed it, which means down the other side, it is already red. Yep, to prevent you from losing here. This is why I did that. But on the other side, it is still the worst signal. Because trains from Hammersmith have higher priority. This is why I made that. Before you pass that signal. Yeah, see, on that side is green, on the other side is still red. Okay, red signal. Oh yeah, because the Hammersmith City line is on platform 2. I just forgot. Imagine I made it go on 1, but nah, I didn't. I made it go on 2. Yeah, only in the briefings, the Hammersmith City line goes on platform 2. In the schedule's on 3 because platform 2 is the district line platform and the circle line starting platform. Yeah. Yeah, see the 2 sides, 25 the white one, which is the one allowed, and 15 the black one, which is the recommended one. That the AI twin does, yeah. Simple. Okay, now we need to wait. And now we sit here and wait for the train to depart. There we go, look at this, bro, how I'm standing. Right on the switch, or the junction, whatever you want to call it. There's the City line ahead of us and the circle line On platform 3. Oh yeah, this switch. But the repeater on the Paddington, on that tunnel, on the left. The repeater on the outer rail side already sets this signal red. Same goes for the signal. Yeah. Okay, I think it departs now. Yeah, it does. Yeah, when the train is coming from Paddington towards Edge Road to terminate, the signal is red when the junction is right on the inner rail. There we go. Yeah, when you watch the signal, you can react much quicker. This is why I watch the signal instead of the route monitor. Okay, the things went yellow on the left side, the combined signal, because the signal's red. Okay, now this is easy to stop. Now I'm not gonna use the passenger view to stop the train because I know how to stop it. You have to stop the train exactly at the signal. Ha! Nice one.
Is Edgware Road. Change here for other Circle Line services in the direction of High Street, Kensington.
There's a tunnel. Here's our train.
This is a Circle Line train to Edgware Road via Baker Street and King's Cross and Pancras.
Anyways, so switch off the train by set the Dutch breaker to emergency down key 10 times. Now to select the switch to off, page down key 2 times. And the track tractor to shut down. We're going to do this in 1 minute. First of all, I'm going to show you the stop. And as you can see, easy peasy. The second door of my second carriage at the platform. Amazing. Anyways, that one departs 59 in about 2 seconds. What? 2 seconds? Oh my god. I just guessed 2 seconds and it actually departs. What the hell? Nice one. There's House of 69. Wait, did that train actually stop? Oh yeah, because the circle line was too close to the switch. It couldn't switch for it, and now it could. Amazing. House of 69 again. Anyways, let's turn the train off. Switch off everything. Do not forget to switch on the taillights. Both terminals are closed, by the way. Switch off the destination board light by operating the switches. Headlights and the ventilation by operating with your keyboard. Switch on the taillights and then look for the digitized voice announcer. And get out at the same time. Okay, let's go to the other end of the train. And there we go, as you can see, she walks out straight again. Okay, she's walking to the right, but she shouldn't be stuck. Let's see what happens. Oh, simple as that. Automatically gets pushed in the middle. Amazing. Anyways, here's the player pause. Goes out and... there we go. Now walks towards the cab. Go to the first car, step onto the train. Okay, let's see how she walks. Okay, I think she's walking straight line. Oh no, she's walking towards the train. Okay, I'm going to push her away again. A bit. And that will do. Should be enough. Go first concept to the train. Did I already say that? I don't know, I think I did. I'm just saying it again. Here's a circle line map. It looks like a circuit diagram. What the fuck? Okay. Look at that. Awesome. There we go. One passenger got on. My English sucks, I know. Okay, 01. The House of City Line just departed. Okay, we don't have to push her away anymore. Perfect. Oh, twins! Twins, bro. What? Okay. The fact that it can just happen to spawn the same passengers twice in a row. And there we go. As you can see, she's here and gets inside. And does not die. See? Walk to the other end of the train and enter. First of all, switch off the taillights and switch on everything you need. Switch off the taillights. Switch on the turbo to attach the brake controller. Up key, one time. Switch on destination bar lights, so operating the switches. There we go. Head out to the ventilation bar operating with your keyboard. And then look for the digitized voice announcer. Select the correct destination, select circle line via outgate, left mouse click 11 times. Switch on the passenger lights and heating by operating with your keyboard. Passenger lights is already on, only heating for B. Push the selector switch for the 4 position, press up key 2 times. Set the traction brake controller to the off and release position. Up key 3 to 7 times. Wait until the brake pressure is risen. Okay. And yeah, as you can hear, the announcement didn't work because my train was closer to the camera. This is why it doesn't work. There we go. Hold the damage switch was the top key. Look for the digitized voice announcer. Click on the program key. Select the route circle line in array 1x8 key and confirm with enter. Select edge code bracket Hammersmith as the departing station 10x2 key and confirm with enter. Easy to count. Now select Hammersmith as the arrival station 1x2 key and confirm with enter. Press enter to find the programming.
This is Edgware Road. Change here for other Circle Line services in the direction of High Street, Kensington from platform 2 and for the District Line. This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith via Paddington.
Amazing. Yep, as you can see, well done. Our driver schedule once again back to Hammersmith. Good luck is what she said. Wow, that was close. The last minute I turned everything on because I'm departing in 15 seconds. Yeah, that was close. Okay, driver doors are closed. Perfect. Yes, you can see the circle line isn't here this time because, yeah. I am that one now. Anyways. Off we go. Oh my god, I didn't put it on parallel. Am I stupid? What the fuck? But that was the city line is now here that we drove. Close the driver door. Perfect. Switches right. And that train can go when the train despawns on Edgware Road on platform 1. Oh, what the? Yellow and then green straight away. What the hell? Okay. There we got the train despawned. As you can see, it is moving. Amazing. Yeah, the Hammersmith City line. Did you see that one? That one is now 2 minutes behind us. That's the one that we drove in the previous briefing. Yep. Oh, there's Hammersmith City line waiting as well. On that signal. Okay, it's gone green. There we go, it moves. On the other side it is still red. Yeah, you hear the sound difference. They sound both different now. There's a signal. Yeah, now the Hammersmith City line is ahead of us by 3 minutes and the Hammersmith City line behind us by 2 minutes. 2 trains. And there we go, chat. We're going uphill again. Yeah, you can even see it. Look, going uphill. Look at the headlights, bro. Because HDR works. First person also works. When HDR doesn't work, first person also doesn't work. Yeah, not right now it works. The tunnel it works always. Doesn't matter which weather. Yep. Both driver doors are closed. Yeah, on Edgware Road and Hammersmith, when Bella gets out, you need to make sure that both driver doors are closed.
Paddington. Change for the Bakerloo line and National Rail services.
Here we are. And again, we couldn't make it in time, bro. Look how many passengers there are. 2. There we go. As soon as it despawns, as soon as it disappears from the route molecule, you can hit it. Okay, I'm going to close 5.
Change here.
Same stop, see?
International rail services. This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith.
Both are close, perfect. Ha! I didn't even have to switch. It switched at the perfect time. There we go, as you can see it is the same speed limit like on the outer rail. On some tracks, they have different speeds. For example, between Edgecote and Paddington Circle, 30 on the inner rail, 25 on the outer. Between Cannon Street Mansion House, 20 inner rail, 25 outer rail.
Next station is Royal Oak.
Between Embankment and Westminster, 40 outer rail, 35 inner rail. And between St. James's Park and Westminster, 30 inner rail, 35 outer.
This
30.
is Royal Oak. This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith.
Run, guys. I don't know if they're running or not. I don't care. Look at the detail, bro. Red. Bro, how is the Hammersmith City Line so slow? It is now 3 minutes ahead of us. What the hell? And one is behind us by 2 minutes. Anyways, what's the sign? Circle Line, yep, there it is. Different sound as you hear. The fact that there's 2 repeaters. Yeah, only between Hammersmith and Edgecote you see those repeaters right here. Those are called fog repeater. It says FR and then the number of the next signal. R stands for repeater and A means for automatic. Yeah, most of them are automatic, but some of them are semi-automatic, which means half.
The next station is Westbourne Park.
And yeah, FR means fog repeater. There's our City Line. And we have to use this camera. Straight into it. Okay. Here we go. Camera positioned. There we go. We're inside the station now. Here we go. Now I can see. That is when I'm closing it. You can't hear anything, it's so funny, bro. Off we go. Where's the sign again? Get back in here and do the whistle. Amazing. Funny.
The next station is Ladbroke Grove.
Ladbroke Grove, this camera. Okay.
This is Ladbroke
45.
This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith.
Here's a stop. As you can see, it looks different at the back, I know. Back in here.
The next station is Latimer Road.
There we go. Okay, green. Oh, what the hell again? That's just so crazy.
This is Latimer Road.
There we go, we catch up the delay.
Circle Line train to Hammersmith.
Both are closed. 2. Okay. Amazing, I know. Okay, red. Bro, where? What the hell? How is the city light so slow ahead of us? It's not 3 minutes ahead of us and it's still on Shepherd's Bush. What? Bro, I'm catching that up so quick. The Hammersmith City train. That's crazy. It's still on Shepherd's Bush. Or still on the way.
Change for the Central Line.
Okay, this is gonna be a difficult stop because I have to pass the signal again a bit. And it is red. Amazing. Okay, I'm closing 15.
Here for the Central Line.
There we go, it's green.
This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith.
And perfect. Next signal. Red. Green. What the hell? That was just sitting there so slow. What the hell? Hudson View. The fact how long this straight is, bro. 6-car D-Stock. Way longer than the C69 and C77, bro. Yeah, the only difference, you know, between the C69 and C77 is the roof. Yep. Where's the sign? Amazing. Yeah, the difference between the C69 and C77 is they look the same, but they have different roofs. The C69 has black, gray roofs, and the C77 has white roofs, silver roofs. And those are, by the way, all C77 because they have white roofs. And because in real life the C-Stocks had 5.5 at the beginning.
Station is Shepherd's Bush Market.
The C77 has 5.7. And in the game they use 5.7, which means it is actually C77, not C69, because they have silver white roofs and have 5.7 at the beginning of the car numbers. It is actually C77, not C69. Okay, I'm going to close 15 again. It skipped 1 second. Did you see that? What the hell? Is she still with us? Yes, she is. Return the camera to normal. Yeah, when I press U, this is the normal angle, but I like that angle better.
The next station is Goldhawk Road.
Goldhawk Road. This is British accent, by the way. 15 again.
Talk Road. This is a Circle Line train to Hammersmith.
Going to close 15 again. Okay, signal's red. Oh yeah, because I have a City Line track is detected now. But it should change soon. There we go, it changed. Because the signal detected that I'm the Circle Line, and now because the train is at the platform is empty, it switched to green. There we go, off and release. Yeah, see, there's Hammersmith City Line down there. The signal is red because the switch was to the left, and now it switched to right, and the platform is empty, which means the signal is green.
Next station is Hammersmith.
Simply coded.
This train terminates. District and Piccadilly lines operate from a different station across the road.
This is going to be the greatest stop I've ever seen.
Please ensure that you
And again, they're inside each other, the trains. Ha!
is
I made it!
where this train terminates. All change, please. District
Emergency,
and Piccadilly
page on,
lines
page on.
operate from a different
Okay.
station across the road.
Top.
Please ensure that you take all your belongings with you.
We made it. Anyways, I want to see the stop. Oh, that's not so bad. I think it's the same like on the beginning. Yeah, when you touch that signal, it says you have derailed. Oh, look how many people, bro. Amazing. 19 is when that one departs. Yeah, that was the one that departed 1 from MacLeod, see? It is now going back to barking. Oh wait, I actually want to see the train coming down. Thank you for taking me with you. Yeah, C5704 is the number. It is actually C77, not C69. There we go. Thank you for taking me with you. Okay. Now I want to see if the Hammersmith City Line is coming down. Oh, I see it. There's Hammersmith City Line that we saw on Edge Road when we departed. There it is, above my head. Do you see that? There's the other Hammersmith City Line train. Now it needs to wait for that one to go out, and then the signal is going to be green. Yeah, it is almost the same at the beginning, but I stopped a little bit further. Did you actually know the AI train actually drives into the signal, but it doesn't derail? And there we go, so you can see it's moving down. Did you actually know I coded this? It switches that one first. That one still stays red if a train is coming down. Yeah. As you can see, that was the city that is coming down. Look how slow, bro. Because that's the speed. Amazing. 15 is 9 point something. That's what it does, by the way. Oh, what? I think that one has a broken headlight. I think the left one is broken. Well, for him it's the left, but for us it's the right. Yeah, look, I think one headlight is broken. Yeah, one is broken. The left one is broken. What the hell? Oh my god, I'm almost the same speed. 50 kilometers an hour is fastest you play mode there, bro. What the hell, bro? Racing against a train. Anyways, let's get back in here. First, I want to see how the train stops. If I stopped correctly. Yeah, I stopped correctly last time. Yep, okay. Oh my... Bro, look how many people there are. Facts. Oh my god, it's lagging. Okay, get back in here. Okay, we were supposed to despawn already, but I'm going to do it on 0-0. Here we go. Okay, let's get out of the train. I have to tell you something before we finish the briefing. There we go, so you can see she walks out because both of my driver doors were closed. She walks out correctly. And here we go. Anyways, here we go. Perfect, I've completed your third training. Also, all of the 3 available briefings, D79-Stock, C77-Stock and D78-Stock. Congratulations and thank you for taking part in the briefings and for being such a good driver. Absolutely loved doing the briefings with you, I've done a great job. And I hope you will still have a lot of fun driving these trains in normal schedules. Anyways, thanks again, I wish you a good one, bye. And here she goes. As you can see, she walks like a normal passenger. That's crazy. You can still see her a bit. Yeah. And same thing, when she hits the spawn point, it is going to be over. So you can see the left one just opened for her to get out. Anyway, so now we sit here and wait until she reaches the spawn point. There we go. Easy peasy. Congratulations, you have successfully completed the mission. Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed part 1 about my edits. Yeah, the C77-Stock and D78-Stock briefings. Part 1 is the briefings and all of the others are going to be schedules. Next one is going to be the Circle Line, outer and inner way, the full route. Anyways, again, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys in part 2 on the next one. Bye!